It's great to be demoing here at Finovate. Since most of our audience represents banks, credit unions, and other financial institutions, I should start by saying I've been in your shoes. In a prior life, I ran corporate strategy for a mid-sized bank and attended these conferences looking for great technology companies to partner with. I should also tell you why I'm now on this side of the screen. During an important board meeting at the bank, one of our directors made an astute observation about business banking. There were no clear best-in-class banks. More to the point, as an industry, banks have not served business customers well. And for community banks, where serving business customers is core to the mission, that struck everyone as unacceptable. So that board meeting kicked off a chain of events for why I'm here today, but more on that later. For now, I want to introduce you to Monit, which addresses many of the core issues facing bankers and their SMB customers. Through our co-design efforts with business owners and bankers alike, we've identified huge opportunity to give your business customers a better experience, increase operational efficiency, and improve your bottom line in a core business, all with no tech integration. So let's dive in. Monit is a cash flow projection and financial optimization app for business owners. Banks offer it as a value-added service to help business customers be better operators and support bankers in creating deeper, more profitable relationships. As we all know, most small business owners do not have a finance background. That is the case with the owner of Mediterranean Cuisine. To protect her privacy, let's call her Megan. She is a customer of First Regional Bank. Using Monit was the first time Megan had a clear view of both her historical cash flow trends and what her future looks like. Starting with today's cash position of $54,000, she can go back in time to see her low point in May, just prior to receiving a PPP loan. She can reset back to today, then scrub forward to the future to see what the road ahead looks like. Monit works by hooking into a business's existing accounting software, say QuickBooks. Behind the scenes, we apply some very interesting predictive intelligence to the accounting data to create an automated cash flow forecast. I won't go deep into the math, but the cash flow engine considers a number of factors. It also acknowledges the limits of using historical data to predict the future. That is why Monit's technology asks the user important questions so that the system learns and gets smarter, blending human insight and machine intelligence for a true data model of one. It's patent pending, and we keep evolving the models with more data.
Hey, Steve, a quick question for you. I know that cash flow forecasting is obviously a vital piece for any small business, but what tools are small businesses actually using today?
Really nothing. Unfortunately, the most common forecasting practice is all in an owner's head. Some owners use spreadsheets, but those are tedious and hard to keep current. Most businesses use an accounting package, but accounting is focused on the past. Business owners desperately need tools to visualize and plan for the future. In fact, there was research showing nearly 75% of owners would switch banks to get a tool like Monit. While cash flow is super critical, it goes hand in hand with understanding key financial vitals and planning for the future. Here on the Key Numbers tab, Megan sees the numbers that are vital to her business, like key cash flow elements such as money owed to me and money I owe. Here you can see Megan's revenue forecast for the month is nearly $72,000 and how she is tracking against the forecast. With a simple click, she can see comparisons to prior month and last year. It's one thing to present key metrics in a cash flow forecast, but Monit also makes the data actionable. We call these insights. Insights are data-driven, actionable recommendations that are tailored to the individual user. These fall under several categories like loans and lines of credit, cash position, and COVID impacts, which we'll come back to. Here we see an insight card that relates to money owed to me, notifying Megan that she has 6 overdue invoices. Since this is a vital source of cash flow, we built a very simple way for an owner to ping overdue accounts. She is going to focus on her most overdue invoice from Aaron. Clicking on the letter icon loads a pre-filled email to remind a customer of an outstanding obligation. Business owners notoriously struggle to stay on top of collections, so this is an easy button. We've tuned the Insights engine to recognize and respond to possible COVID impacts on the business. Looking above the COVID cards, you see we also detected Megan's PPP loan and are helping her optimize forgiveness. Now is not the time for business owners to focus on strange forgiveness rules, so we do that for them in real time. The tracker shows Megan exactly where she stands, 56 days left in her covered period and 86% towards max forgiveness. We include tailored recommendations to help navigate key decisions about the loan. For instance, Monit tells Megan that if she doesn't have any more qualifying spend, she will have a loan of about $14,000 and a monthly payment of $300 for the next 5 years. This is a real-time self-service tool that allows Megan to focus on recovery efforts without fretting about the status of her PPP forgiveness as she looks forward to hopefully brighter times. And while PPP is temporary, this same architecture can help borrowers with standard covenant tracking. Now, part of looking forward is ensuring that Monit knows what's inside a business owner's head, what her expectation and predictions are. Monit captured these plans in the events section. Here you can see that Megan has created several events. These include planning to reopen a retail location in October, making a much needed investment in a high capacity oven, and upgrading vehicles in Q1 to meet increased delivery demand, etc. And adjusting events is easy. Here, she opens the event card for the new oven and considers doubling the investment by typing in $30,000. She can immediately visualize the impact and decide whether it's the right choice for her.
Okay, so quick question. I think we looked at Megan's example. We see what's in it for her, but you mentioned that Monit is provided by banks. So what's in it for them? What's their angle in all this?
That's right, Greg. Let me quickly finish my story from earlier. After that board meeting, which highlighted business customers as an acutely underserved market, I promptly took a role in our business banking group. Here I had a front row seat to see the issues bankers face in serving their SMB customers. As banking becomes more commoditized and rates remain lower for longer, frontline bankers feel the pressure through more aggressive sales plans. It's the old adage, do more with less. Monit allows business bankers and relationship managers to support their customers with an incredibly valuable digital engagement tool. Let's explore a few features that drive increased relationship value and efficiency gains for the bank. Back to Megan's events. She set up an event to purchase a new oven, then doubled the plan. Monit noticed and offered to connect her to her banker to discuss financing options. To go a step further, we can send over Megan's latest financials to facilitate that credit discussion. All she has to do is click on the blue button. When that happens, we can send an alert directly into the bank's Salesforce or CRM tool to notify the banker. Without this, it could be a missed sales opportunity. Megan may contact her banker too late, then scramble to accept a quick submit high interest loan from the transactional provider. The bank loses an important deal and relationship deepener. Now imagine that across every business customer at a bank, and you're talking about millions in lost profits. This is just one example of how Monit can create contextually relevant and timely interactions between banker and business customer. Another benefit is to streamline manual workflows. Back in Insights, we provide Megan a reminder, another easy button, to securely share financials required for her annual loan review or line of credit renewal. On the bank side, we can even format the incoming data to load directly into the spreading system. As any banker knows, digitizing the portfolio management process can yield huge cost savings and efficiency gains. Now, it's important to note that Megan had to permission all of this. Privacy is absolutely paramount. One more thing to note is that we can stand up Monit without any tech integration to the bank. Having been a technology buyer at a bank, I'm quite familiar with project queues and prioritization meetings. We designed Monit to avoid all the hassles of technology integration. We don't even need any data from the bank. In fact, we will send data to you. An example is our ability to provide aggregated anonymized portfolio data to help the bank's product, marketing, and risk management teams. For instance, here's a report available through the bank's portal. It can answer key questions such as, are revenues increasing or decreasing across the portfolio? And there are balance sheet trends that could serve as early warning risk indicators. Also, some very interesting data about share of wallet and market information, like top competitors. This is one report I truly wish I had when I was a banker.
Got it. No, this is looking really cool. So now going back to the small business, this seems like something that's really helpful, I think, especially right now. If a small business would benefit from Monit, how can they get it, particularly to help with things like COVID or PPP forgiveness?
I'm glad you asked. Our bank partners and investors have agreed to support us in offering Monit to the millions of small businesses hit by COVID. If your bank doesn't yet offer Monit and you've been hit by COVID and maybe have a PPP loan, we will provide Monit free of charge. To get access, go to monitapp.io/free and follow the prompts to sign up. It's super simple. In fact, as I wrap up my remarks, you can watch the complete onboarding flow to see how easy it is.
Nice, exciting. We always love to break this kind of news at Finovate.
Thanks, Greg. And we'd love to connect in our virtual booth with banks and other institutions serving small businesses. I'd be remiss not to mention that we have multiple deployment and branding options. While Monit requires no tech integration, we have a fully modular API architecture so we can accommodate customized integrations. We're SOC 2 compliant, and we have a special incentive for Finovate attendees. So that's Monit, giving financial control to business owners while giving banks a competitive advantage to deepen relationships while increasing efficiency and profits. We recently asked Megan how her finances were doing, And she confidently said, I'm on it. Thank you for your time, and please vote for Monit and Best of Show.